Welcome back. You're watching Newsx and I'm Vaishali Kohli. Now, United States President Donald Trump has started his latest tariff tirade by green lighting a bill that proposes 500% tariffs on nations buying Russian oil. Trump's latest action threatens staggering sanctions on nations such as India and China for dealing in Russian oil amidst the Ukraine war. However, India has now found backing amidst Trump's possible punitive levies, with Poland vouching for the nation amidst its standoff with the United States. Warsaw has stated that it is satisfied with India's cutback on imports from Moscow. Polish Foreign Minister Radoslaw Sikorski made the announcement following the meeting of the Weimar Triangle, a trilateral format involving France, Germany and Poland, which also saw External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar participating for the first time on January 7. Meanwhile, Trump has already hinted at further action, saying Prime Minister Narendra Modi knew he was not happy with India's oil trade with Russia, saying tariffs could be raised very quickly. I have Ambassador Gauri Shankar Gupta, former diplomat, joining me on the broadcast. Ambassador Gupta, welcome. And Trump's tyranny does not seem to end. What would you like to say on that?
Good morning, Vaishali. This is very, very unfortunate. You are absolutely right. We can call it Trump tyranny now, because he is not going to stop here. He feels that he has become more powerful after taking, Venezuela under his control, and he is now trying to take control of Greenland. So once he takes over control of Greenland, he will feel that he will become invincible, and he's trying to impose all kinds of deals. He's trying to torture people to tell them that you should accept this, accept this, accept this. And this is not going to end. I think the world has to come together, and they have to form a sort of coalition to face his tyrannic policies which he's going to impose. Because Colombia is going to face problem, Cuba is going to face problem, Mexico is going to face problem, European countries are going to face problem because of Greenland. And this is time, and this gives an opportunity to the entire world to come together and talk to him and to bring him to some senses that he cannot behave arbitrarily, bypassing all the institutions of the globe, bypassing the rule of law, bypassing the United Nations, bypassing the WTO, and bypassing, well-established ethical and moral principles in this world. That will invite destruction, that will invite, what you call anarchy in the world. And that is what we have to resist. We have to bring, like-minded people together, and we have to talk to them. I'm sure that Russia will definitely join, European Union people will join. Now our Minister of External Affairs is in Europe. He was visiting France and Luxembourg, and he is meeting some of the European leaders. So I think this is time that world should think about it. He is going to torture people the way he wants to torture. He has become totally out of control. He has gone out of control. I don't think he even listens to the advisors in his own country. He just tells them this is what to be done, and they follow because they have no other option but to follow the boss. So I think this is time that world understands this, and they form a sort of coalition, talk to each other, and bring him to senses.
Ambassador Gauri Shankar Gupta, now, Poland has publicly expressed satisfaction with India's reduction in Russian oil imports. So how significant do you think is this European backing for Delhi?
I think Europe is completely shattered. They don't know what to do. On the one hand, they are so-called transatlantic allies of Europe, of US. On the other hand, now they are getting all these jolts from him. Of course, there could be disagreement on Ukraine. That is a very different issue. But on Greenland, there's no disagreement at all. And I feel that if he takes Greenland, the NATO will collapse. And then a very real chance will emerge, an opportunity will emerge for the rest of the world to come together and face him. So this is what one has to start with. Either we bring him to senses, maybe our Prime Minister could talk to him. The problem with him is that whenever you go and talk to him, he puts something else on the X, and he, creates panic and confusion in the concerned country. He keeps misquoting people. He keeps putting, all kinds of tweets which he feels are desirable from his point of view. But those lead to confusion and problem in the country concerned. Like we are having that problem in India. He wishes whatever he wishes, he starts talking about and putting the tweets, and then he will sit in the White House and make comments on different countries. This is he is behaving like the emperor of the world, and that too in a very arbitrary fashion. It's absolutely unbelievable. I never thought that he would behave like this, but arrogance has gone in his mind, and he feels that he would do whatever he feels like.
No, also Ambassador Gauri Shankar Gupta, like you're rightly saying, Trump does not seem to be a man who will listen really to what the other countries are saying. But do you think that he's setting a precedent, a trend, which is using trade as a weapon against third countries that are not third world countries, or in general other countries which are not directly involved in a conflict?
You are absolutely right, Vaishali. He is using trade as weapon. He is using supply of weapons as weapon, like he quoted Apache case in our, in the context of India. He is using information as weapon, and he will invent certain new modes of, compelling people to come to the deals according to his preferences. So whatever tool is available, he is weaponizing all those tools. And the trade is one obvious tool, but there are many other tools which could be, they could be technology, they could be, reach to the ocean, they could be what you call IT sector, because Google and Microsoft, these are all located in US. They are under his control, so you can use them also as a tool and weaponize them. So he has options to weaponize many things. And therefore it is time that the world gets united and bring him to senses that this is not right what he's doing. And this will actually bring what you call disaster in the entire world order. And this is what is going to happen if he stays for 3 more years in his position.
Ambassador Gupta, if we have to today talk about the relationship between Trump and PM Modi, I mean, Trump exerts a little bit of pressure and India succumbs, and then India also does take a stand. It has a mind of its own. If I tell you to let us just dissect the relationship between Donald Trump and PM Modi today, what would you like to say on that?
You see, you saw in the previous term, he came to India. There was a great reception given to him in Ahmedabad. There was a big gathering of more than 100,000 people in the Narendra Modi Stadium there. And he was, during the campaign, he was telling that India is a great country, the Hindus are the most reliable people. He was doing all that. And after he came to power, PM Modi went and also congratulated him. The meeting went off very well. You know that he was removing the chair and making him sit comfortably. You have seen those scenes. But after that, after Operation Sindoor, things have gone wrong. after Operation Sindoor, particularly he got annoyed. He felt that India did not give him the credit for stopping the war, which is, our stand, and it is actually true as well, because it did not play a role in the entire process. It was a bilateral issue. But obviously that became a very, sort of thorn in the entire process. Then he invited Prime Minister Modi from, Canada to White House during the G7 summit. PM Modi could not go there, and he obviously got angry after that, and then he invited, Asim Munir to the White House, and since then things have drifted in a different way. And then he used our import of oil from Russia as a pretext to impose 25% extra tariff on India. Our agreement on trade deal is still not there. The talks are going on for the last almost 1 year. So we don't know what direction this will take. I have a feeling, this is my perception, that this man is not happy with PM right now. He wants Prime Minister to obey his instructions. He does not want a dialogue. He doesn't want a conversation. He wants PM to be an obedient Prime Minister of President Trump. This is what he's looking for. And that obviously Prime Minister does not want, and it cannot happen for a country like India. But I personally feel that PM should have gone there during the UNGA and talked to him in person and sorted out the issues. But that did not happen. Now I don't know when the opportunity will come that the two can meet, because these things cannot be sorted out over phone. These things can be sorted out only in a personal meeting. So I think some opportunity will have to be found out where PM and President Trump would meet and resolve these pending issues.
Ambassador Gupta, please stay on with me. I'll come back to you. Now, the Trump administration